Holy Priests seem to have a pretty unforgiving position in raids currently, with a mana pool that seems to have gone stale overnight and a failed attempt at Dis Priest's active regen mechanics. We seem to have been pushed aside slightly, but can our rapid response time with ridiculous instant casts, divine hymns that can heal more than Freya in Ulduar, and hots we seem to have stolen off fellow resto druids, can we outperform the competition? Now for starters, there's two ways you can usually go with Holy Priest when it comes to stats. You can either go into haste, or you can go into mastery. Now all your mastery does is purely adds efficiency to your spells, so if you're under healing content, for example you may be solo healing 10 man normals, or 2 man healing 10 man heroics, maybe 4 man healing 25 mans, then mastery is probably a better way to go, because there won't be so much overhealing. However, for the majority of cases I would suggest going for haste. This is because Holy Priests aren't all that powerful when it comes to direct healing, and that extra haste really gives them that initial burst that they need to get themselves going. Also, when you hit certain breakpoints with your haste, you can increase the ticks that you get on your Divine Hymn, Lightwell and Renew, which overall does make these spells more efficient and also increases the healing per second they do. But bottom line, haste is going to drastically reduce the cast time on spells such as Greater Heal, Prayer of Healing, and even Binding Heal and Flash Heal, which you can use to gain the Serendipity stacks. Now Serendipity is a vital mechanic of Holy, in my opinion. Some people decide not to take it, but I think especially when you're having to use Binding Heal to get yourself up, which you'll realise I do pretty much every time I see myself and somebody else down, you can greatly increase the efficiency and healing per second done of your next Greater Heal or Prayer of Healing. Now also as a Holy Priest you're going to have to decide whether you want to use either your Holy Word Sanctuary or your Holy Word Serenity. Now people generally get the opinion that Holy Word Serenity is for single target tank healing, Holy Word Sanctuary is for AoE healing. That is not always the case. As you can see in this clip of me healing Spine of Deathwing, I'm using Holy Word Serenity to effectively do super efficient AoE healing. When you have your Holy Word Serenity up, each one of your direct heals refreshes the duration of Renew on the target. So, what I'm doing is everyone with the healing debuff, I'm putting a Renew on them and then just healing them. Basically meaning I've got maybe 5 or 6 renews up on people and they're never dropping off and they're super efficient to keep up. So for constant damage such as this, you can keep up to about 5 or 6 renews going constantly and it will basically be absolutely free on your mana. Now on the other hand, Holy Word Sanctuary will lay down an AoE heal. This is better for raid wide healing as it reduces the cooldown on your circle of healing by 2 seconds, increases the healing done by your Renew by 15%, and also you're able to lay down an AoE heal. It's a bit like Healing Rain, except it costs 10k mana, does a bit less healing, but it lasts for up to 30 seconds. Now, unlike Healing Rain, Holy Word Sanctuary should always be placed under the largest clump of people. This is because the healing it does doesn't diminish so much for the amount of people it's healing. So for example, on a 25 man you can end up healing about 20,000 every 2 seconds with it, whereas if you used it in a 10 man you might only end up healing about 6 or 7,000 every 2 seconds with it. Now there are 2 spells that should be on cooldown pretty much all of the time during an encounter. This is Prayer of Mending and Circle of Healing. Both of these are very efficient. Circle of Healing is literally an AoE spell. It works the same as a Chain Heal does, except it's instant and it does about maybe 40 to 50k healing. Prayer of Mending will simply bounce around the raid, healing the lowest party members every time they take damage. The initial heal of Prayer of Mending, assuming you have it glyphed, will heal for about 25,000. After that, you can get a good maybe 6 or 7k ticks from it around the raid. Both of these spells are instant and really efficient, so these should be your main priorities when healing. Next up is Divine Hymn. currently the most powerful raid cooldown in game. When a buffed up talentable version of this was released for Holy, Resto Druids, well, they got a bit jealous. There was a lot of rants on the forums and stuff about it, simply because it's maybe 2 times or even 3 times more powerful than the Tranquility if used at the right time. Divine Hymn is also best used with any spell power or intellect boosting trinkets you have, such as trinkets like Reflection of Light can boost the healing by up to about 20%, so you could up the healing done from about 1 million to up to maybe 1.2 million. Now it's also worth noting that Holy is actually my off spec on my priest, and at the time of recording my item level was only 391 equipped. So Holy Priest on fights such as Madness of Deathwing with a decent raiding item level should probably be doing about 35,000 plus healing per second. Thanks for watching my guide to Holy Priest, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching.